Hi everyone, the focus of this workout is lower body and we'll be doing squats and lunges. Now there are multiple ways to do squats and lunges, so we'll be going over several different methods. You can also use two 1 gallon water jugs. When it's full, it's 8.5 pounds per jug. You can take a backpack and fill it with your heavy books or items and then weigh it, but a backpack you can probably put 25 to 50 pounds in for weight. Or of course, if you have dumbbells, you can of course use dumbbells, okay? If you're very new to exercising or doing squats and lunges, feel free to also do body weight. So I'm gonna get some music going and we're gonna do about a 3-minute warm up and then we'll move into our first round of squats, okay? All right, so let's get warmed up. To do squats properly, your weight needs to be placed in your heels. You should be able to lift your toes up in your shoes. Open your feet a little bit wider than your hips and roll the shoulders back and down. Your belly needs to be pulled in and your spine nice and neutral. Here we go. Down, 2, and up, 2. We go down, 2, and up. Now the proper breathing on a squat is exhale on the way up. Inhale down, exhale up. Again, go down, 2, and up. The depth of your squat really is subjective. You want your knees to feel comfortable. You want to make sure that you go no lower than the thigh bones parallel to the floor. If you go too low, I want you to watch my hips. The hips can tuck under. That means your lower back has collapsed. The goal is to train and strengthen your glute muscles and increase the ability of your core. So watch your depth. This is why I have a chair here. I'll show you how to use a chair as well. All right, now we're gonna lift the knees up, warm up the hip flexors and a little bit of core in there. You wanna exhale every time you lift. This just gets the blood flowing for the whole body, okay? Here we go, let's go 8 more. Now in a group fitness class, we use music that is at a tempo that you can exercise to. The music that's allowed for live streaming might not be music that you would normally listen to, but legally it's what I can use when I'm filming a video. Last one, shake it off. We also get into counting and changing rhythm. So that's the difference between a group fitness or group exercise class where you're all moving together to a music or doing a class or something like in the weight room where you just go at your own pace, okay? So we're gonna warm up also for lunges. This is all body weight for our warm up and this is dynamic, moving in and out quickly. Step your right foot forward, lunge down slowly, bending both knees equally and press up through the front heel and back together. Switch legs, out, down, up, together, out, down, up, together. These are called alternating front lunges, okay? So when you step forward and back in, that's a traditional lunge step. You can also do what's called a static lunge, which we're gonna do in just 1 more repetition. Now static lunge, right foot only, just go down and up. Now when you're doing lunges, the goal is that both knees bend equally. You do not touch the floor with your back knee. It's a bad habit to get into because it can lead you to damaging your patella if you fall or slam it down. Okay, 1 more, bring it in. Now switch legs. Left leg is forward, it's down and up. You want to balance your back heel off the floor, ball of foot. The front leg is doing most of the work because you press through the heel. Toes up in your shoe. 1 more. Step together. Shake it off. All right, we're ready to go. So we're going to start off with a basic squat. You can do back squats where the weight is on the back of your body, on your shoulders, or you're holding your weight at your hips. We're going to use a chair I'll show you first, which is body weight for form and technique. Feet are open, slightly wider than your hips. Arms are going to be held at your side or up here by your shoulders if you're holding a barbell. So we're going to go 2 counts down, tap the chair, 2 counts up, okay? 2 counts down, tap the chair, 2 counts up. Again, we go. 2 counts down, exhale. One more time. Remember, this is just practicing, and up. Now, if you're going to use weight, put your weights either in your hand, put your backpack on, or you can also bring weights up onto your shoulders with the elbows out, okay? My preference is to hold them here. So you got your weights, shoulders back and down, belly in. Here we go. 2 counts down and 2 counts up. Yeah. 2 counts down and 2 counts up. Keep it going. You go down, 2, up, 2. It's down, 2, and up, 2. Down, 2, and up. Yeah. Single count. Down and up. Exhale. Toes up in your shoes. Feel the chair, just tap it with each squat. Breathe it out. Rhythm change, 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, up 1. Down, 2, 3, up 1. Down, push that booty back. So your knees bend deeply and you want to be able to lift your toes in your shoes at the deepest part of your squat. The purpose of using the chair is it ensures that every squat you do is the same distance, the same amount of work, in other words. Okay, let's reverse it. Down 1, up 3. Quick down, up slowly. Like you're lifting something really heavy. You filled up a wheelbarrow with some heavy bricks or something. I grew up on a farm. I still live on land, so I'm used to doing a lot of outdoor work. So sometimes that's what my references are from. Digging holes, moving rocks around, pounding nails into wood, whatever the case may be. All right, that's it. Now set your weights down. You want to give your arms a little bit of a break, kind of shake it off, circle it out. So if your weight is somewhere at your shoulder or here, or even held by your side, we're going to call that a back squat. With a weight toward the back of the body, it's going to be working gluteus maximus, okay? That's the major muscle. Now the quadriceps and the hamstrings are assisting, of course, as well. So you have a lot of synergy there. Okay, the next type of squat we're going to practice is called a front squat. Now, while you're watching this video, feel free to pause it and go back and repeat the back squats again. So I'm just trying to cover different exercises and give you some information about them, but one set is not generally enough, okay? So I definitely encourage that you go back and repeat each exercise 2 to 3 sets, okay, to really get the most out of them. So a front squat means you're going to hold the weight out front. Now, if you had a backpack, it would simply be put the backpack on the front, and hold. You want to get used to like having your hands up here. If it was a barbell, you would be holding here. You can also hold dumbbells up there at the top as well. This time I will be using my backpack, but if you were holding dumbbells, they would be held just like this, okay? Yeah, so that's a front squat. Why do a front squat? Well, the front squat's going to focus the weight in the front of your body. So a little bit more core involved because the weight's up high. Quadricep muscles are going to work a bit more on the front squat. In the weight room, you would do a hack squat, okay? So freestanding, we just call it a front squat. So I'm going to put the backpack on and work with it this way. You want to be able to work with whatever equipment that you have. The form is the same. I'm going to use the chair again. Always know where your equipment is. So here we go. Belly and shoulders back is down, 2, and up. Little tap. We go down, 2, and up. Good. It's down, 2. Now I'm going to keep going. We're just going to turn sideways. Down, 2, and up. So you can see that I am definitely indeed tapping the chair. Okay? The belly stays in, the chest stays up, the eyes are forward. Always practice looking up when you're doing squats. Looking down will get you in trouble. Looking down makes your upper back round. It's the worst thing you can do as a habit. So make your habit, eyes up, chest up, drive through those heels every time, down, 2. Now let's do our 3 counts down. We go 3, 2, 1, drive it up. Good, drive it up. Inhale slowly down, exhale, explode up. Down, 2, 3, explode up. How much weight should you be using if you're doing squats? Well, for class body sculpting, we're doing generally lighter weight and higher rep count, okay? So that builds endurance in your muscles. 1, 2, 3. Now reverse it. We're going down, 1, up, 3. Down, up, up, up. Down, up, up. This one reminds me of like just lifting something really heavy that you're not sure you can lift. We just take our time. So you're driving through gravity. Breathe. Woo, yeah. It's down. Up. Feel those thighs now. Now if you get burning in your muscles, that can be related to 2 issues. Number 1, you're starting to get into lactic acid as a fuel, okay? So after a little while, your muscles can feel kind of burny or shaky. The worst thing that can happen from burning is that you're actually tearing, you're injuring. So be aware of that too. Last one, down, up. All right, let's do some singles. Tap and lift, tap and lift. Good. So in body sculpting, we do high reps. Sometimes we just go for time. How many reps can you do, in 1 minute, in 2 minutes? 4 more. 2 more. Last time. Woo, good work. Unload your weight. Drink some water. I have water around here somewhere. Let's see. All right. So we are 12 and a half minutes in. We have another type of squat. This is called a sumo squat. So it's named after that sumo wrestlers, right? So in the sumo squat, you're going to have your feet really wide. So let's do a few with just body weight. And again, you want to avoid rounding, okay? Sumo squat oftentimes is done with a weight, a barbell across your back, or a weight, a dumbbell, held right here. So this is how we're going to do it. So I want you to pretend you have your weight right here and go down, 2, and up. Now with the weight held in front of the body, the sumo squat, you're going to feel the quads again, the inner thigh, and also deep, high up on the hamstring right near the glute, okay? Rules are the same. Toes up in your shoes. Drive through your heels, all right? 1 more, body weight, and up. Shake it off. Okay, so let's grab a weight. I don't care what it is. The water jug, your backpack, okay? A dumbbell, whatever you have. Shoulders back and down, belly in. We're going to start off with single count, then 2 counts, 3s and 3s. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Down, up, single count. Now you can tap the chair if you want to or not. So if I move a little bit forward, good. If you can do this in front of a mirror, that might be helpful. What you're looking for is, do your thigh bones go parallel to the floor, okay? Yeah. Now that's as deep as you'd want to go, okay? Deeper than that can put too much stress on the knees, or you fall out of good form. Still pressing through the heels. We're in single count. 2 more here. Good. Now 2 counts going down. It's 1, 2, up, 2. Good. Down, 2, and up. Keep driving. Down. Now as you come up, squeeze your booty, okay? So that's your gluteus maximus, squeeze it. It's like you're gonna pinch a $100 bill, literally between your butt cheeks, which we could all use right about now, yeah? And up. One more at the 2 count. We're gonna change that rhythm. Down 1, up slowly. Woo, good. Down 1, up slowly. I love it. Down 1, up slow. One more time. Down 1, up slow. Let's reverse that. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Drive up. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Yeah, keep your chest nice and broad. Down, 2, 3. Drive it up. One more time. Down, 2, 3. Bring it up. Grab a hold of the weight. Step each foot in. Be careful coming out of wide stance. Set your weight down. Grab some water, because we're going to move into lunges. So what we've done to start with, we did the back squat, we did the front squat, and we did sumo squats. If you wanted to repeat those 3 in a row, this would be a good place to pause the video, do them again, okay? Or you can move right along through it, do all the lunges, and then repeat back through if you want to, okay? So I'm going to move the chair. I don't need it anymore. And with the lunges, I'm more likely to use my water bottles. Again, 8.5 pounds if you fill it with water. Okay, it has a nice handle on it too. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the legs better. You could also, of course, use dumbbells. But I'm going to go ahead and use the water bottles, okay? So I'm going to pick them up, put them in my hands. Shoulders back and down. Right leg, front lunge. Only the right side. Step out, bend down, up, together. Step out, bend down, up, and in. Notice that the back heel comes off the floor, okay? So you peel it away, both knees bend equal amount. Drive through the front heel to exit out. Yeah. If you start to push out of your toes on the front foot, your knee will become unhappy. So keep your chest open, practice pushing out of your heel, not your toe. Out, down, up. Now hold it out there, down and up. This is a static front lunge, okay? So here you can really master the balancing on the ball of your left foot as you drive through the heel of your right foot. The lunge exercise is wonderful because it works muscles on both of your legs. 2 more, breathe out. Now we're going to practice pulsing, pulse. So you're in the lunge and just pulsing it up and down. If you start to get fatigued, you can always set your weights down on the floor, okay? And just do body weight here. So a lot, again, going back to the idea of endurance, it's a lot of reps with light weight or no weight, okay? Go 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Now you're gonna feel lunges on both legs because both legs are truly working. But one leg is gonna be in front where you're working the glutes, and the back leg you're gonna feel it more in the quad, okay? So that was the right leg forward. We're gonna go left leg forward, right leg back, okay? And then in. Here we go. Step, down, up, together. Step forward, bend both knees, up, together. On the lunge, step far enough forward, you can keep your toes up in your shoe on the front foot. If your knee covers up your toes, that is too shallow of a lunge, meaning you made a baby step, you did it like that, that's gonna hurt your knees, okay? Step wide, down, up, and in. Let's go 2 more. 1 more. Now, step forward, left leg out there, static lunges down and up. This type of lunge will improve your balance, your stability. Yeah. So concentrate. Again, you want to master the ability to keep your toes up in that front foot and drive through your heel. If it helps you, put something under your toes, like something you don't want to break. A glass plate or something? Yeah. Now we're going to be pulsing it. Pulse, pulse, chest open. Good. Nice alignment. Notice your spine just remains nice and neutral. If you drive through that heel, you're going to start to feel your glute and your hamstring on the front leg, and you will notice that quadricep on your back thigh. Press. 2, 3, 4. You got this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Press it in. You can set your weights down. Please grab a sip of water. All right, we're 21 minutes into the workout, and so far we've done, on lunges anyways, the front lunge. So we also have a reverse lunge and a lateral lunge. So we have 2 more that we're gonna do, okay? So stay with me. You can pause the video at any time since it's not a live workout, and grab water or more weight, whatever you might need, okay? So let's go. Weights back in your hand. I'm gonna use my dumbbells this time. Now to do a back lunge, a reverse lunge, I'm gonna step here, I'm gonna step backward, okay? So it's gonna look like this. And we'll practice this one alternating our legs, okay? It's right, down, in, together. Left, bend, in, together. Right, down, up, together. Left, down, up. Here it is from the front view. Right, down, up. Step forward, now step backward and down. Do it again. Right leg, we go back, down, up, and left. We go back, down, up, and in. Now hold the right leg back. Pulse it now. Pulse. I'm going to turn sideways. Pulse. Yeah. Notice you want your shoulders over your hips. Sometimes people make the mistake of kind of leaning forward, and then it gets into the low back. Okay? Still driving through that heel. 6, 7 steps together. Switch legs and pulse it. Keep breathing. Good. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And in. Phew. Shake it off. Set your weights down. Now you can do what's called a power lunge, which is putting the front lunge and the reverse lunge together. So let's do that one next, and then we'll finish with the lateral lunges, okay? So weights back in your hands. So this one takes up a lot of space. I don't know what kind of space you have, but you want to be able to move forward, in, and back. So I'll do it sideways. Right leg. Here we go. Step forward, down, up, tap in. Right leg back, down, up, tap in. It's front, down, up, tap in, and back, down, up. That's 2, 3, and down, up. Bring it in, and back, down, up. Let's do 1 more. Front, down, up, in, and back, down, up. Change legs. I'm just going to flip around. So my left leg is on the front of the camera now. Here we go. Front, down, up, tap in, behind. So this is the same leg, left leg only. Step forward, lunge, in, step backward, down, up. 2 more times. We go forward, down, up, step in, and backward, down. 1 more time, everyone. Front, down, up, in, and back, down, up, and in. Whew. Okay, weights down. Grab a sip of water. And I'm going to demonstrate the lateral lunge. So that's going to work a little bit more inner, outer thigh. Okay? So weights you want to have in your hand is fine. We're going to do the right leg, okay? Shoulders back and down. You're going to step out and lunge, come back in. Now the left leg stays totally straight as the right leg bends, okay? So it's the left leg you're going to feel the inner thigh on, and the right hip pushes out. That's your outer hip, okay? Good. The inner thigh muscles are called adductors, A-D-D-U-C-T-O-R-S, adductors. They add back in, okay? The outer hip out here, abductors, A-B-D-U-C-T-O-R-S, abductors. So think I've been abducted, I've been taken away, okay? So they move away from the body, away, back in. One more. Good. Okay, we do the left leg now. What happens with a lateral lunge is sometimes the shoulders start to round. So reset, okay? Shoulders back and down, belly button in. Yeah, you ready? Here we go. Step out to left and in. Try to point your toes forward. What that does is it will limit your range of motion purposely so that your inner thighs and outer hips work within their normal range of motion. As soon as you turn your toe out, watch, I can go further, but now it's back in my quad. So if I want to focus on the inner outer thighs, I must keep toes pointing forward. You too, okay? I didn't count on this one because I was talking so much. Let's just do one more. All right, now lower body does include calves, so we're gonna throw those in. Weights behind you, feet open, shoulders back, lift, up and down, up, down, up and down. Just go to the balls of your feet, up, down. Keep breathing out. Here I'm forward, up and down. Good. When the legs are straight, the muscle group for calves is called gastrocnemius. It's pretty much the major calf muscle, and it works when our legs are extended. Let's do two more. Okay, set your dumbbells down, grab your chair. We're gonna do the last part of class seated. Now you can literally use whatever you want here. I'm gonna throw the backpack on my legs. It's got some textbooks in it. To work the other calf muscle called the soleus, it's just a little bit lower. So gastroc is kind of the big part that you see, and the soleus is a little bit lower. It works when the knees are bent. So I can stack things on top of my thighs and do heel lifts, just like that, okay? And always if it feels too light, like, oh, this is nothing, okay? We'll just put a little extra weight up top there. Boom. There it is. Now this feels a little bit better. So calf muscles oftentimes get ignored in the weight room or in classes, and I like to include them because a lot of people have had sprained ankles or lower leg injuries. And really, calf muscles are therapeutic exercise, okay? Let's do two more here. Guess what? You're also gonna work your shins. Yes, that's part of lower body. Remove your weights. Bring your feet a little bit forward. You're testing here, can you lift your toes? Yep. So then you just take your backpack, or you can hold your dumbbell over your feet like so, and toes up and down. Toes up and down. Yep, toes up and down. There it is. So tibialis, anterior, those are your shin muscles. And some people have struggled with shin splints. So again, this is a therapeutic exercise. It will strengthen your shin muscles, the tibialis muscles. Good, good. Let's try 8 more. 8, 7. I'm feeling this 15-pound weight there on my little shins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove the weight. All right, I'd like to go through a couple of stretches with you. I'm gonna see if I can lower the volume just a little bit here. What are we doing on time? We're right at 30 minutes, so we're gonna do just a quick stretch, okay? You can do it seated. We worked our glutes a lot. So sitting down, bring one ankle up on your thigh, okay? Point the toes forward, that's called dorsiflexion. That's gonna activate your shin, gives a little protection on your knee. Sit up straight, and then exhale, come forward. When you start to notice a stretch in your back of your thigh or hip, hold it there. Make sure to breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. So again, you know, we just did one set of each exercise. We did a lot of reps, but only one set. Inhale up. In a 50-minute class, I would normally be doing 2 sets, sometimes 3 as you get more advanced. So definitely go back through, do all the exercises a second time, okay? You'll get so much more out of it, okay? If you're a little bit sore the next day, that will be normal. If you feel like you can barely move, that's a clue that you worked a little bit too hard, okay? We don't want to have horrible pain. Exercise should feel good, and we should be a little bit sore from it and notice that it happened. And then your body, through recovery, is going to improve. Inhale, bring it up. Very good. Come up off your chair, open up your feet, and you can lunge to one side, toes forward, and keep your spine nice and neutral, belly in, shoulders back and down. So this is a lateral lunge. We'll stretch the inner thigh, which is really nice after those side lunges. Inhale up, exhale other side. Again, just kind of shift the shoulders down, breathe it in. Very good. In the center, tuck your tailbone under, release out. Again, so you're gonna tuck it under. This will stretch out your lower back, which can sometimes get sore from doing squats, okay? Especially if you're not used to it or you weren't holding your core in well enough, okay? Now roll all the way up, and then we'll do our hamstrings and our quads and call it a day. So right foot forward, lean down. It's not about how low you go, but notice extension of the spine, lift the sit bones. If you tuck under, you're in trouble. So lift, toes up, feel the back of that thigh, okay? It's better to put the weight on the other leg that you're not stretching. Inhale, coming up, and switch sides. Hands on the opposite leg, stretching the long leg, toes up. The knee does not have to be straight. It can be softly bent. But as long as you're kind of lifting your butt bones, those are called ischial tuberosities. Sits bones is what we often say, just for short. Inhale and bring it up, and then we'll finish with quad stretch. So if you want to put a hand on the wall or in your chair for balance, bring the heel up. Now I'm going to pivot. Heel should be toward the inside of your hip, not the outside. So inside of your hip, and that gives you a nice positioning for the femur bone and the shin bone. And push your foot into your hand. See that? Push down. Okay, you can pull back a little bit and then tuck your tailbone. So little details give you a better stretch in the quadricep. That's the upper thigh. Let it go. Switch legs. Find your balance. Bring the heel up. An option if you cannot grab your foot is put it on the chair. Find your balance. Tuck. Pull under. And you'll get that quadricep stretching. Okay? So I try to show options when I'm thinking of them. I can't see you, so I don't know who is struggling and who's not. But you can always let me know. You know, send me an email, okay? Release. All right, y'all, let's just take a breath up. Breathe it out. And wrap your arms around you. Very good job, okay? I will see you again in the next video. Have a wonderful day, evening, weekend.